I think, because of certain environmental issues, you need some different dispensers this year, right? So that will help your orange farming in California. And what would the tractor owner do? Buy it immediately, right? Because that his crop depends on that, right? Also, imagine the usage of the data that's happening, right? The usage is absolutely online. There's no delay. The customer has absolute delight because it's directly affecting his business. So some of the key benefits of collaboration technologies, and here, if you see the John Deere example, what are the technologies that have collaborated together, right? You've got traditional telephony, you've got mobile telephony, you've got contact center technology, you've got wireless networks, right? And you've got applications that affect the customer's business, that are integrated with communications, right? So this is called the communication enabled business sort of applications. So what are the key benefits that we see here? The key benefits are obviously savings for customers, right? The tractor owner, the farmer, right, saw great savings in actually buying a dispenser than actually continuing with it, right? Your employee productivity, John Deere's employee productivity just shot off the roof because you exactly know where the sale has to be made, right? Driving customer intimacy. Will this customer ever buy another tractor other than John Deere? Never, right? Because they know that this tractor maker not only supplies me equipment that tills the ground, but also tells me how good my farming will be. Outracing a competition, as I just said, this could be probably a 1-year window for John Deere, right? Maybe the other competition will catch up, right? But in this 1 year, it has given John Deere such a huge competitive advantage. It will be very difficult for others to match up. And obviously, your enterprise becomes borderless. You are actually reaching the fields, the orange fields of California, where your salespeople normally can't make sales calls. It's absolutely borderless. So the key advantages of collaboration, right, are to make your customers, your employees, and the data that you have all intermingled together to make a good solution. Let me just give you some data that we collected last year when we were doing a research on collaboration. We found that there are four kinds of collaborators. One are collaboration enthusiasts. The other are comfortable collaborators. The others are reluctant collaborators, and the last are laggards. Those are the first two customer segments that obviously are very critical, right? And obviously you should try and make sure that the last two get into the first two. Now we have typically seen that managers and people who are doing national or regional roles are the collaboration enthusiasts. These are the people who actually drive the usage of collaboration in organizations, right? We've also seen that collaboration is successful, and Sujay, this is probably an answer to your question, is successful in companies that actually have processes to measure the usage of collaboration, right? It is a company-sponsored activity to measure it. Now, measurement also takes effort and cost, but companies have actually invested in measuring how collaboration is done, rather than just giving tools and be happy that my employees will use it, right? The most important thing, again to your answer, is that there are significant rewards on using collaboration techniques. And lastly, again in answer to your question, is companies that have opened the silos of the various collaboration technologies that you already possess are the most successful ones. Sometimes the security departments of our companies, because they are very cautious, don't open the silos because they feel that one silo will affect the other, right? My IP data network will affect my video conferencing. this network will corrupt the other, right? So companies that have taken an approach to cautiously open the silos are also very successful. We also saw that employees, your employees, right, think that collaboration is very important for their productivity. Right? They know that this is important. So it is an area where you need to probably invest. And what is the biggest benefit that they see is their own productivity. They will become better salespeople or better project managers or better R&D engineers if you put collaboration technologies. And lastly, just want to make a point that we all thought, including myself last year, we all thought that collaboration technologies will be successful only in large enterprises. But that's not the case. Large and medium, now even small enterprises are moving and using collaboration techniques. In fact, most of the service providers now are launching hosted collaboration techniques now, which were aimed at SMB and medium-sized organizations. So there's a whole host of things, and my request to all of you, I think you need to be sponsors of collaboration technologies. Unless and until the companies sponsor, the employees don't feel the difference of these, and the silos, the various silos, probably need to get open. That's about it from me. Thank you very much. Have a great conference, and see you tomorrow in the slides. Bye bye.
Thank you, Ashish. You actually didn't answer my question. I wanted to know, why is there a lack of adoption of collaborative technologies in enterprises? While yes, you said there are ways of measuring collaborative tools and impact of collaboration. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to throw this up to the audience. First, I'd like to know how many of you here use some kind of collaborative tools in your organization to either talk to your customers, to improve communication between employees, or have communication with your stakeholders. How many of you? Is there a reason why? So, Sujay. Yeah. Hello.
Can you hear me? Let me answer that question, and I would anyway be taking it up during my presentation. I think really collaboration really needs to get demystified, because people are using collaboration, and actually I would say 100% of people out here would be using collaboration in some way or the other. But the biggest reason why it's not really permeated across all the functions is because there has to be a solid ROI, which needs to be justified for that specific function or that specific vertical or the specific group. We as thought leaders of our organization need to demonstrate this ROI within the organization, because today the decision maker really is actually the finance organization and not too much of technology, because technology is necessary and there is some level of technology which is available in every organization. How do you improve that level of productivity is a matter of how do you calculate the ROI. So once you're able to demonstrate the ROI, the acceptance is going to be much higher. That's one. And second, I think a lot has to be done with legislation. I think in India, we still have the barriers of PSTN and IP really collaborating among each other. I think that's going to open up, specifically with new service providers. A lot of solutions which a lot of IT vendors out here want to bring in really cannot bring in because of this law, which doesn't allow you to integrate your external world with the internal world. And that is the biggest inhibitor for a collaboration tool. So I think these are some of the points which I have.
Thank you, Sanjay. There are some more points, and I think we'll try to pull it out as we go along. But why don't you continue with the presentation, because I'm keen on seeing that presentation, and then we'll discuss on what are the other reasons for lack of adoption or lack of widespread adoption.
Thank you, Sujay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Sanjay Ahuja, and I'm going to present just 5 slides on how collaboration can be used in a practical world, in a world of yours.